This is the Otamatone pedal, which I designed myself and built as a personal project. As you can expect, I get a lot of questions about how and where you can buy them, and today I'd like to give an update about why they haven't been available yet, and how you can sort of get one. Now, if you haven't seen this before, it has a kind of niche use. Unfortunately, it does not make your guitar sound like an Otamatone, but what it can do is connect your Otamatone to other guitar pedals, turn them all on and off at once, and most importantly, make the sound of those effects come out of the Otamatone's mouth. Now, the only caveat is that it's only compatible with two types of Otamatones, which are only available from Japan. But that's not the reason I haven't tried to sell it before. I have the parts manufactured by PCBWay, where I sent my designs to be CNC machined out of aluminum, silk screened, and actually anodized instead of painted, which is a very complex process. So all that to say, the reason I've never tried to sell one of these is because I just don't feel right charging hundreds of dollars for something with such a simple function that's also kind of mostly a novelty. However, despite everything, I know people still want to try connecting their effects pedals into their Otamatone Techno, so that's why I made this. This is a stripped down version of the electronics inside of the Otamatone pedal with only the necessary elements, and still maintains the basic functionality of injecting guitar pedal effects into your Otamatone circuit. And as an aside, there is going to be an enclosure for this, but I'm resin printing it, and it's way too cold for me to use my resin printer right now. There are a number of ways that I'm working on releasing this so that anybody can have it. You can find out more at my website. You could order the PCB from my page on PCBWay.com and source the parts yourself. Or you could just use a schematic and create the whole thing with just some parts and some wire. And if you're not interested in making any of it yourself, I do plan on making some completed units available for sale very soon. Seriously, everybody, thank you so much for your interest in the Otamatone pedal, and I do still want to create a version that's more affordable, but in the meantime, I hope that this can still make the basic functionality accessible no matter what your budget is.